Hi, welcome to Learning Audiovisually. Today, we'll learn a communication skill that should help you have more natural-sounding conversations. First, meet Ryota, and this is Kaori. She recently heard that Ryota is really into French cooking. She's really curious about this, so she would like to ask Ryota about it.
Hi Ryota, I heard one of your hobbies is to cook French food. That sounds really interesting. How long have you been making French food?
For 4 years.
Oh. Okay, so, why did you start cooking French food?
Because my grandmother used to cook it for me.
Oh, I see. So, what sort of French dish can you cook?
I can cook savory crepes.
Right, well, okay, I guess I'll see you around then.
So, let's analyze what happened here. It seems that Kaori got a little bit upset with Ryota because he didn't seem to be interested in having a conversation with her. The reason could be because Ryota didn't use the A++Q system when he was speaking with her. So, what is the A++Q system? It's a conversation pattern on which you first answer the question you were asked. Next, you add one extra information that is related with your answer. Then, you add one more extra information. After that, you ask a question back. So, let's see how could Ryota use this pattern to have a conversation with Kaori.
Hi Ryota, I heard one of your hobbies is to cook French food. That sounds really interesting. How long have you been making French food?
For 4 years. I started to learn how to cook French food when my grandmother died. She always made for us delicious French food on Sundays, so I decided to keep the tradition for the family. How about you? Do you know how to cook?
So that, right there, is the A++Q system. As you can see, Ryota answered Kaori's question. But he also added 2 extra pieces of information. Kaori never asked Ryota why he started his hobby. However, Ryota explained why he started cooking French food, as well as when he usually cooks it. And then he asked a question back to Kaori. So, let's see how would this conversation look if both Ryota and Kaori used the A++Q system.
Hi Ryota, I heard one of your hobbies is to cook French food. That sounds really interesting. How long have you been making French food?
For 4 years. I started to learn how to cook French food when my grandmother died. She always made for us delicious French food on Sundays, so I decided to keep the tradition for the family. How about you? Do you know how to cook?
Me? No, not at all. It's sad. I live alone and since I can't cook, I'm always eating cup ramen and things like that. However, I do have a hobby I can practice because I live alone. I like dancing jazz. Do you like jazz?
So Kaori also used the A++Q system. But in her case, she used it to change the conversation topic. Since she can't cook, she probably felt that she couldn't answer anything meaningful to Ryota's question. So, instead, she used the A++Q system to change the focus of the conversation to their hobbies and other interests. Also, if both speakers use the A++Q system, the conversation will feel much more natural. As opposed to the first conversation, when it seemed as if Kaori was interviewing Ryota, which eventually led to Kaori getting annoyed by Ryota's one-line answers. So, next time you practice your English conversation skills, try speaking using the A++Q system. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.